Hello everyone. In this particular episode, I'm going to talk about dreams. With every new video, I'm going to talk about a different element of our dreams. Basically, what do they signify? What it means when you dream of that particular element or that particular thing. What is the signal that that dream is trying to give you? Are these 100% sure that when you see this thing, this is what is going to happen as per what I'm saying? No. Okay, the answer is no, because it is subjective. What I see, you might not see. What I feel, you might not feel. What I get as a result, you might not. Different for everyone, because I'll give you a small example, hypothetical one. Okay, I'm scared of cockroaches. Okay, so for me, whenever I see a cockroach in real life, I get scared because I'm scared of it. It invokes the fear, the emotion of fear, disgust, and disturbing. I don't feel at peace when I see it. Now, that means whenever I'll see it in my dream, emotion, that is the thought it will invoke. Okay, so that is not a pleasant thing. If I see a cockroach in my dream, that means something fearful is about to happen or is happening currently, because I'm not fond of cockroaches. So that is not a good feeling for me, and that is what it means when it comes to me in my subconscious or unconscious mind. Now, for you, if you like cockroaches, or if you have neutral feelings towards them, or you don't feel fear when you see a cockroach, then when it occurs to you in your dream, that means that something probably good is going to happen, or a good person is going to visit you, a well-wisher is coming in, or maybe you're going with the flow, nothing extravagant, nothing different, because that's what you feel when you see a cockroach in real life. Okay, so a lot of it also mimics reality, and the emotion that you feel in real life, you have to think of the emotion first and what you're seeing next. This is an example which I gave you. When I talk about this and a lot more in the upcoming videos, you will get better clarity. Okay, now second thing, I'm not an astrologer or anything of any sort, and I don't even talk about astrology, or I don't go into that segment, because it's a vast segment and it's a specialized segment, and people whoever are in those field take a lot of knowledge and a lot of training and everything, and then they speak on those aspects. So I do not mix this with astrology or with religion or with any other things. All I'm doing is basically talking only about what is happening in practical real self, and what is happening with me, or what has been happening with me or people around me, and my experiences real experiences of people, and how it has turned out basically. Okay, so this is based on only real experiences. And so remember this when you are listening to this and trying to make any conclusion out of it. Today I'm going to talk about water. Pani, water. Now, water is a vast thing, and a lot of elements are associated with this. For example, water when coming out of a tap means one thing. Water coming out, water in a river means something else. Water in a sea means something completely else. You swimming in water means something else. You drowning in water means something else. You drinking water means something else. Water filled with worms you are drinking it, that is something else. Clear water means something else. Muddy water again means something else. So there are a lot of different areas to it, and I cannot cover everything in one video. So every day I will cover one thing or the other. So have patience, okay? And I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of knowledge and make this video an hour or 2 hours long. So I'll keep one concept for one day. Today I'm going to talk about when you see water leaking in your house. Okay, so I've experienced this myself, so it's from my personal experience, time and again, not just once, a lot of times. So if you see your house in your dream and you see water leaking from the ceiling, okay, from the roof that you have, water is coming out, like a lot of water is flowing down, or maybe little water is dropping from the ceiling, from the top roof that you have, then what does this mean? So firstly, you need to understand water is basically mostly associated with two things. One is emotions, and the second thing is money, okay, or your finances. And your ceiling, your roof, is what? Shelter, stability, security, something that is protecting you, right? Because when you live in your house, when you have a roof over your head, that means you're protected, you're stable, you're secure. No animals can enter, nothing can enter. Water cannot enter from above when there's snowfall, when there's rainfall. You're safe. And water, which is emotions or money, that is falling from a zone of stability. That means there is something difficult is happening to the stability or to the security that you have, which means your finances are going to be unstable, or your emotions are going to be unstable, which in a way can also mean that you are going to incur some huge losses or expenditure in the coming days or in the coming week or months. Okay, so usually it is near future, which is in the coming week or month only. Okay, so if the water that's leaking from the top floor is a lot of water is flowing, that means there's some huge expenditures coming in. Maybe health expenses, maybe you might buy a house, or something goes wrong in the house. Maybe an electronic item suddenly stops working, and it's Apple or something, and it'll go lead to a lot of expenditure when you go on to replace that or get a new one, or any of these. It's going to be a huge expenditure. Basically a lot of amount of money is going to go out because water is leaking. That means money is going out. But if it's little water, like it drops falling, that means small expenditure, small fixes in the house, or some small fixes with your gadgets, or maybe some small fixes with your health or your skin or your hair, anything. Maybe you're giving out some money. Basically it'll be some kind of an expenditure which is small if the water leaking is little. Water leaking a lot means lot of money going out, and unexpected, basically, because it's not an everyday occurrence, right? I'm not just sitting with water leaking. It's not a normal thing. It happens all of a sudden, like all of a sudden it starts to leak. That means it's going to be sudden and unexpected. You won't see it coming, but it will happen, and it would be a lot depending on the amount of water that's falling, the intensity also, right? So it can be either this or emotions, emotionally turbulent times. If there's a lot of water, that means something that's going to be emotionally disturbing for you. Can be anything, but something that's going to be emotionally disturbing. If little water, maybe then maybe a little bit of emotional instability or turbulence. Okay, so this is what it means when you see water leaking from the roof in your house. Okay, but as I said, always think before you make any conclusions out of it, because these things are subjective, might not apply to everyone, and these are only based on my own personal experiences. Okay, so yes, let me know how you like this video, and I'll come back tomorrow with another video from my experiences on dreams, and a lot more topics I'll be covering soon. So bye, take care.